Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're well. I wasn't going to do a video again today, but I got home, checked my email, saw something unbelievable, and thought I'd come and tell you about it. Don't know if you recall, I did this video a little while back about this bloody great giant sinkhole. It's not a sinkhole, is it? It's a chasm. It opened up in the middle of Godstone, effectively cutting the village into two. And I'll leave an end screen link at the end of this video so you can go and watch it and refresh yourselves. And it's had the effect that businesses haven't been able to function. The village has been inaccessible. It's absolutely unbelievable. They were all promised that by next month it would be open, job done, everything back to normal. But the problem is they've now delayed this until March of next year. In any measure, it's completely unacceptable. And it falls into the old adage, if this was China, it'd be done in 3 days, This is another picture that was taken off of the news website earlier, and you can see 9 months since the 20-metre 60-foot hole opened up in Godstone, and you can see the damage under there. Now, I have documentation that shows that it was that water pipe under there that was the probable cause of the collapse, or the work relating to it. And one of the things they found as well is this tunnel while they've been doing stuff. And, there's bits like this that contribute to the delay, but naturally the residents are despondent. Businesses are thinking, how the hell am I going to survive? And as usual, the machine that operates all of this in terms of bureaucracy and government departments and everything else are absolutely useless. In fact, the contact that my contact had is no longer replying. So what use is that? What use is that? Well, I'm going to pull up this. This is off of the BBC website. Now, I do apologise for using the BBC in my videos for anybody of delicate disposition, but this is what was sent to me, and it does contain the up-to-date information. So let's run through it. So sinkhole repairs delayed, but no end date confirmed. So work to repair a Surrey road, which collapsed 9 months ago, will not be completed until March at the earliest, a water company has said. Now, I was just talking to my wife. This is so ludicrous. I think I'm going to take a trip down there and have a look at this with my own eyes. In June, engineers working for Surrey County Council said a network of Victorian sand mining tunnels around Godstone High Street may provide a clue as to why the giant sinkhole appeared in February. SES Water, which is waiting for confirmation the groundwork around the hole is stable before repairs on pipes can begin, said work will continue until at least March. So 9 months, and then you pad on another load after that. SCC has initially hoped to reopen the street in December, but now says it's unable to give even a rough date for the work to be finished. Well, the paperwork that I saw with this said it was non-committal, and that was the polite version. A council spokesman said work is continuing on Godstone High Street to fully understand the extent of the underground mine network and to fill and stabilise the caves. Having now concluded our in-depth investigations of the mine network, we've uncovered a much larger tunnel network than expected. In addition, the sand we have uncovered is very unstable, and we're having to take a lot more time filling the mines to ensure the area is safe. Part of the pavement has reopened to pedestrians, but all traffic is still unable to access the area as the road remains shut. SES Water has begun some repairs in an area outside the council's cordon. It told residents last week there were 2 elements of work that needed to be completed. The first involves relining a 16-inch mains water pipe beneath the southbound carriageway. This work has begun and is set to be finished in February. It said, how long does it take to reline a pipe, for Christ's sake? The second is relaying an 8-inch mains water pipe, which is dependent on assurance that the ground is safe. But 9 months on from the collapse, Mark Cullinan, landlord of the nearby Hare and Hounds pub, has had enough. I can't say I blame him. I think Mark Cullinan and I are probably due a conversation very soon from a little bit of talk that's gone on in the background. He told Radio Surrey the ongoing road closure was ridiculous and that trade had dropped quite considerably since the collapse. He added, we just don't know from one day to the next where we're going to be busy or whether it's worth opening the door. We can sustain it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's going to hurt. All the people who used to come through the village are now going different ways. It's pathetic how they can't fix this. It really is. It is. It's totally pathetic. And not only Godstone, it's other areas as well that suffer similar issues. They're just never in a goddamn hurry to pull their finger out and get stuff fixed in a timely fashion. Now, when I did the original video on this, I got so many comments that said sand mines, old sand mines all over the place. And it's probably that's, contributed to the problem. A lot of it was pulled out and it was used to make glass. But that being said, this is the 2000s now. You have houses there, you have properties, you have businesses that rely on access. You have businesses and visitors coming through that rely on access. They rely on the information to get that road open and get traffic and get people flowing again. And when you keep pushing it back, what's going to happen? People are not going to go there. People don't go there. Businesses are going to close because they're not making any money off a passing trade. I mean, remember that supermarket I mentioned in the previous video? They have really, really suffered and haven't been able to open since all this has been going on. How much more can they take? Somebody's got to hold their hands up to this and say, hang on, all right, we did this. We cocked this whole repair up. We'll get it sorted. We'll get it done sharpish. But the main and most important thing of all, when this is over, somebody's got to put their hand in their skyrocket and compensate these people in full for how much money they've lost. Why can't anything work right in this country? From road repairs to crime to public services, basic things all over the place. It's a goddamn joke. Anyway, that's my rant at the end of this. I really feel for those people down there. I'm going to try and get down there and have a look with my own two eyes. I mentioned the landlord of the boozer down there. I'd like to interview him because it has been mentioned in the background. If anybody from Godstone is watching and wants to have a chat about this and you have been affected, we need to get eyes on this. We need to get pressure on this. We need to get exposure on this. End of. It's gone on long enough. It needs sorting out yesterday. Can't say any more than that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please share this. We need to get some exposure to it. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Again, that helps get exposure to it. As always, I'll talk to you soon. Toodaloo.